all tournament long.
And that's typical of the Australia offense. You'll see that play over and over again on the Pistons.
Gain is 7 on the play up to the 42-yard line. Twin receivers to the right and to the left as Stegman takes a look at that Brazilian defense on 2nd and 3. Stegman going to throw, rushed out of the pocket as the flag goes down. Stegman stops, throws downfield, is caught. That is Matthew Riles to the end zone for touchdown.
Penalty should be on the Brazilians. They were offside. See, there are actually 2 flags side by side at the 40-yard line.
Stegman rolled left to take a look at the Australians. Two flags down, one at the 39, 42. If it stands, it'll be Australia and Brazil nothing. Here we go.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside on the defense, that penalty is declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 59 on the defense, that penalty will be enforced on kickoff. Touchdown is good.
Well, Australia jumps out on top as you take a look at some of the happy Australian fans who are celebrating here at Tom Benson Stadium. Jared Stegman to Matthew Riles. A 15-yard roughing penalty on Santos, the linebacker, which will be enforced on the kickoff.
We talked about Stegman need to make a statement. 4 touchdowns and none in his second game. He's on the board early here.
Eddie Cockwell will try and make it down. They're going to fake it. Going to roll to the left and then they go into the end zone untouched. So a little bit of surprise from the Australians. And that was number 6. That is Malloy. Team captain Damian Malloy. The snap, rolled left, untouched into the left corner of the end zone. And it's Australia 8 and Brazil nothing early here in Northeast Ohio.
Let's take a look at the touchdown. You'll see Stegman on the rollout. And as he headed to the sideline, he had a man deep. Don't see a penalty after. He took a pretty good shot after threw the ball. But a nice grab and a score for Matt Riles. Now another look. You should be able to see here the penalty. Stegman had to beat the defender the ball, and there's the late hit.
Oh, yeah. "58 yards on the touchdown pass from Stegman to Riles. It was a pretty good play by Stegman out of the pocket, and we're going to worth one more look at it.
This is your extra point. Malloy, the holder, just jumped up and took the pitch around the left side, and Malloy has played well on the defensive side for us. Some points to his credit. It's 8-0.
Yeah, that was the extra point as they faked the kick as Cockwell lined up. And Malloy went to left for the 2 points. Didn't take long, Jeff.
Didn't take long at all. The 50-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff. Now Australia kicks off from midfield.
Eddie Cockwell, number 33, is doing all the kicking thus far in this tournament for Australia. With the 15-yard penalty, they'll kick it off from midfield right at the 50. Come down at about the... And Brazil going to bring it back over the 25, where they're going to be gang tackled by 5, 6, 7 guys from Australia. Let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Siege Sports.
Well, we told you about Rodrigo Pons. Keep your eye on him, number 9. Hudson Fonseca is the guy that will serve him the ball. A solid offensive line for the Brazilian team.
Fonseca, quarterback. Duamento, number 22, one of the running backs. There you take a look at Fonseca. That's one game against South Korea. That was impressive, Jeff.
Yeah, touchdown passing and a touchdown rushing.
1st and 10 for Brazil at their own 28-yard line. They are down early, 8-0. Fonseca going to throw, cut. That is Pond, the go-to guy. Close to the 35-yard line. That's going to be short of the first down as we take a look at the Australian defense.
Yeah, you think they were focused on Pons? There were 4 guys on him. Backers, Bennett, Ottens, and DeLay. They were following that receiver Pons on that play.
No stranger. He's going to be a marked man. Brad Bennett, the Australian captain, number 80 in on play. Dino Santos, a guy that has the football over left possession play here early for Brazil.
3rd and short.
Take a look at the sidelines. And now Brazil, as they have it 3rd and about 1. The ball is thrown 37-yard line on their very first possession of the football game.
Fairly large play early. You don't want to give the ball right back after giving up that quick touchdown.
And Australia playing with confidence right now. Hand off Cemento and nothing doing. Boy, left side of the Australian defense. That was Carlisle Jones, who has played well all tournament long, there to make stop.
Cemento really had nowhere to go. The penetration, not holding on that left defensive end, and he blew up play.
Carlisle Jones, Steinhort, Akalula, those are the three defensive linemen for Australia. Laria going to kick it away. He's going to stand at his own 23-yard line. And back to bring the kickback is number 23, Jack Martin. Over end boot, that's going to take a bounce and go right out of bounds into the Australian sidelines. Let's take a look at that Australian offense. Again, Jared Stegman is the go-to guy.
And they went on the field long enough to do this the first time. Stegman with the touchdown pass. Foley will be the running back. He'll get most of the carries. You'll see Stegman and Foley in that option read quite a bit. If you get a little like the Brazilians did, they'll go over the top.
Good set wide receivers. Riles, Bessie, and Strickland have all had good gets. There is Stegman. And the numbers against France. 7 out of 17 for 74 yards. France did a pretty good job of holding him down after Stegman had a great first game. Here's Martin trying to turn the corner on the right side, and they can't do it. Boy, good pursuit by Brazil on that left side, Jeff. No chance at all to turn that corner. He's going to lose about a yard or two.
De Freitas strung out from his linebacker position. You'll hear his name quite a bit. And Viana and Igor inside, number 14, calls the shots. Brazil, we have a player for the Brazilian team down, one of the defensive linemen.
Here, take a look at the Brazilian defense. De Silva, Oliveira, and Zanin, along with Zeski. Those are the front four. The guy to really watch is the guy that switches between linebacker and defensive back. That number 14, Igor Moda. There you take a look at Zanin coming off the field. He was the injured Brazilian player. They say no gain on that. 2nd and 10, ball still at the 37. Stegman fakes, throws, caught. That is Tyson Garnham. Guy that came out of that slot left and caught pass after a pretty fake by Stegman.
Yeah, and they'll come at you a number of different ways. And there you see they're going with a no huddle. Something that Brazil will have to adjust to here in the first quarter.
3rd and 3 for Australia at their own 44-yard line. They've got to get to the 47 for a first down. Stegman throws, going deep, and is going to throw over everybody down at the 23-yard line. Looked like Mitchell Best was the guy they were trying to side, overthrew everybody. He'll bring up a 4th and 3, and Australia's going to have to punt the ball away. You take a look at Stegman, who puts his hands up as if to say somebody didn't run the right route.
And coverage that time by Cruz, off-field to Cruz. He was step for step with the intended receiver. So good job by Brazil's defense to recover from the first possession. They gave up a quick score, but they'll get off the field here.
Bruno Rosa, number 26, back at the 14-yard line to bring back Kakua's kick. Almost got it. Going to take a bounce, a good Australian bounce. They're going to pick it up around the yard line where Brazil has the football for the second afternoon as you look across the way at the Brazilian fans.
A risky
that
on that short hop. Saved a lot of yardage. That ball looked like it was destined to be down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, 46-yard punt for Kaku on a 15-yard return. 1st and 10 for Brazil, their own 26-yard line. Look at those numbers. 3 receptions, 38 yards for Acevedo. Nascimento again with the right side.
It's a great second effort to push the punt to the 29. They had him after a gain of about 2 and bulldozed his way to another yard and a half.
Looked like it was Benader along with Ottens. Summerfield coming up to make the stop. 3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7. If you just joined us, Australia on a big play. Stegman to Riles for a touchdown early in the game. 2-point conversion. That's where we 8-0 Australia. Little over 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Fonseca going to fake. There's a man out there for grabs and nearly picked off. Pretty good defense there by Australia as they were looking for you-know-who. That was number 9, Rodrigo Pons.
And Pons was not open. Summerfield was step for step with him. In fact, had a little bit of an edge. He had a better shot at the football, I think, than Pons.
No, he sure did. Worth another look. Kind of a jump ball. Great inside position there by Australia.
Both hands on it, but couldn't gather it in.
Have been impressed with the secondary from Australia. Young, Donaldson, Malloy, 4 good defensive backs. 3rd and 7. And again, Australia comes up and makes a great defensive play back of the line of scrimmage, all the way back at the 26. To punt it away.
They tried to shake it up with a double reverse there. Fernandez ended up with the ball, but the sidestep the defensive end who was standing right there to blow the play up.
You get another look at it. That was Fernandez, who was the guy that ended up with the football, Felipe Fernandez. And Australia read that one perfectly.
Well, Fonseca, the quarterback, was trying to push Carlisle Jones out of the way, and he's going to win that battle very often.
No, he is not. 4th and 9 at the 27. Left-footed boot. They come down to Martin and down. Oh, it's a tackle. Martin looking for a block. It's a good one to right side. Can't turn the corner. And Martin's going to be downed at the 36-yard line. Boy, he took a pop that didn't fit.
Yeah, that's normally a fair catch, but he went for it and got a couple of steps out of it.
One more look at this. I'll tell you, the one thing I've been impressed with is you see Martin come up and make the catch. The Australian return man do not like to see the ball bounce. They'll come up and make the catch. They will put themselves in harm's way. They are a gutty group. 1st and 10 for Australia at their own 36-yard line. 3rd. Stegman still at quarterback. A little bubble screen out to the right side, and they can't block the cornerback from Brazil. That's going to be a gain of about. But over there on the left side by the Brazilians.
Again, it's De Cruz. Rafael De Cruz on the left side. He wears number 30 and did a great job to get around that block and make the play.
That was Mitchell Best, number 81, that tried him up with the block to free him. Didn't get done. 2nd 7. Stegman, they're going to run to the big, and that is Nate Lansdale, all 267 pounds of him, and he is rumbling down the sidelines before they can finally pull him into their sidelines at the 40-yard line.
They still haven't tackled him. He just ran out real estate, went out of bounds, and that is a weapon at 264.
267 over the right side, Jeff, and he got some big feet for a man that size.
Missed him at 5'7". He's definitely low to the ground, right where you want.
Boy, he's feeling good. He's had a big breakfast. He's probably up to about 270 right now. He's ready to rumble. 1st down for Australia. Brazil 40. They lead it 8-0. Once again, it's Lansdale. And once again, he has running room. Another 1st down. He is still not on the turf.
And why not? DeRoca, the safety, came up and took the last shot at him, bounced right off.
He's coming off the sidelines. Watch this run again, Jeff. He is a guy at 260.
Doesn't get back-to-back carries very often. Watch 10. Put himself in harm's way, and again, he still hasn't gone down.
No. Well, he runs it twice, and he says, I need some oxygen. Get me over to the sidelines, coach. Ball now down to 27. Australia on a pretty good drive right here. They scored early and quick on their first one. This is going to take a little more time. 1st and 10 at the 27. Stegman going to keep it. Going to throw it out to Garnham. Garnham still on his feet. It's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 Brazilians bring him down.
Combination is going on right here, Joe. Australia runs hard. They've had the ball in the hands of about 6 different players, and they're very difficult to bring down. Brazil's got to hit a little harder, and they've got to wrap. There's another one. Garnham, he got her on the side. There were 2 or 3 players that really had a shot at him and just didn't wrap him.
Another Australian 1st down, now down at the Brazilian 15. Stegman in the pistol. Going to hand it off. That's Jackson. Per carry for Jackson today, down to the 11. We talked about this Australia offense, and they've got 4 very good running backs. Foley, Martin, Lansdale, Jackson. A lot of depth. And when you play this quick, the rest, that depth's important, Jeff.
Really puts a strain on the defense.
2nd and 6. Handoff again. It's Jackson to the 5. Luke Jackson in place of Nate Lansdale, a little quicker.
They're short. This whole drive is pretty much been on the ground for Australia.
It's been impressive. They've run outside, they've run inside, they've showed some beef in Lansdale, they showed some quickness in Jackson, and now it's 3rd and 1 at the 6. Got to get to 5, Brazil, for another first down. Going to give it this time to Foley, and he's not going to get there. That is Oliveira, number 92, in there for a big hit for the Brazil defense.
Great penetration, and we talked about wrapping up. This is one-on-one. You don't wrap him up, you give up a first down or maybe a touchdown, and he's able to shed that block and stop the play. 4th down.
And look who got back in there, Jeff. Nick Lansdale, after a little bit of rest, back in there, and Brazil sees that, and they're going to tuck it off. Brazil with timeout with 2:17 to go in the opening quarter. Australia 8, Brazil nothing.
Well, we at Big Time Sports are proud partners of USA Football and ESPN, producing all 12 USA World Football Championship games. The Big Time Sports Network brings you the best in sports by television, radio, mobile app, and online. Catch all the action on Big Time Sports. Go to BigTimeSportsOhio.com or catch us on our mobile app at BTS Ohio.
And it's been fun to be here, bring you all these games worldwide on Big Time Sports. We have heard from people all over the world watching their favorite team, rooting for their guys as they try and bring back a gold medal and a World Championship trophy from Northeastern Ohio, right here in Canton, Ohio at Tom Benson Stadium. This is a big game because the loser will not play again. The winner will get South Korea in a 5th place game on Saturday. It will kick off at noon. And when you come this far and train this hard, you at least want to play one more game.
Absolutely, and we'll watch the fatigue as we go, Joe. This tournament started Thursday. It's been 6 days. It's their 3rd game. In American football, you play weekly, once a week.
That's been the impressive thing about all these teams, their ability to regroup, energize, and come back and play again. Here we are, 4th and 1 for Australia. After Brazil 6, Lansdale 267 pounds. See the go-to guy right here?
Well, he was a lot deeper before. I think he's
Stegman going to cut outside. He's going to have the first down at the 4. Everybody in the stadium to be Lansdale. Stegman kept it and squirms down inside the 5 to get a first and goal at the Brazilian 4.
Stegman is a very resourceful quarterback. He's going to be a 100-yard rusher. When you need a yard, you block it. He'll find seam to get you a half of a yard. That's exactly what pulled off here. Now with first down, goal to go situation, we may see Lansdale 3 or 4 times here.
I would not be surprised. Everson Freitas was the guy that tackled Stegman, but not before he got that first down. 1st and goal. Australia to Brazil 4. Lansdale still in at running back. He's going to get it. Lansdale 3, 2, 1. Forget about it. Big guy burrows into the end zone for Australia's 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And still, he has yet to touch the turf. They didn't get him done again.
No, he didn't. Did I say 3 or 4 carries? No, he'll just take 1. Count how many defenders had a shot. 1. Blocked well.
I'm not sure anybody else won a piece of it, to be honest with you. He breaks that initial tackle, goes into the end zone from 4 yards out, 14-0 Australia, and they're going to go for 2. They're not going to fake this one. Lansdale still in the backfield, kind of a odd formation with the other 2 run backs positioned to the right. He's going to get it again and again, and nobody can bring him down as he goes over the right side of that offensive line, back of Jones and Marbury and 4. And again, Australia with the touchdown, this time with the 2-point conversion again, 16-0.
This is a piece of the puzzle that the Brazil defense will need to figure out because he will get the ball more and more. Because clearly they have not been able to stop him just yet. And you mentioned that offensive line. He was barely touched. It's not like he's running people over in the last 2 plays. He had a seam.
Another one of those Australian linemen that was key, and that was number 63. That is Jason Islowski. Number 63, really a good block to help Lansdale get into the end zone.
Now that drive, I think they threw 1 pass, and it was a screen. As I'm handed stats, 1 for 1 for 11 yards. Yes, it was a screen. So
took
primarily
9
on
plays.
the ground.
Yeah,
so
9 plays, 64 yards.
The first drive, big touchdown pass. The second drive, they pounded on the ground.
Showing a lot of different things offensively. As again, IFAF was going to kick it off. This time takes it deep inside the 5-yard line. Brazil going to bring it back right up the left hash. And down he goes to the 34-yard line. Make that a 29. As again, Australia on pretty good coverage. They're going to mark that one right at the 30. And Brazil down 16 points still in the first quarter.
Last time they had the ball, they moved it a little bit, and they're starting to find some inroads here. See if they get Pons involved, number 9, here on the outside of the huddle. They took a shot deep last time.
There you get a look at Rodrigo Pons against South Korea. As you can see, 5 receptions, 60 yards in the end zone twice. Fonseca, little fake, and now they're going to get it off to...
That's Bruno Santucci.
Yeah, Santucci gets his first carry. They've gone with number 22, Diacimento, but now they're going to down it at about the 30-yard line.
Let's take another look at that.
They want to take another look at that. The officials here want one more look at that last play.
Well, they were all jumping in there. There may be a fumble. Let's see if we can pick anything up. Well, there's Santucci. And it looks like he may have lost the handle there.
Yeah, let's take it from ground level right here. See if the ball is out on the fumble. Looked like it was out, but a lot of congestion in his throw again. Down midfield is going to be complete.
All right, that's one that Fonseca probably would like to have back. He had Fernandez open, but just underthrew it a little bit. He had to wait for the ball, and it just died.
Yeah, Felipe Fernandez was the guy that tried to find. Going to bring up a 3rd and 9 for Brazil. Ball at the 31-yard line. A drive that started right now. Goes over the middle, and it is nearly picked off. That looked like Malloy.
It was number 6, Malloy, who has made a statement. Already has a two-way conversion.
He was ready to play early. He's making another look. Left his feet and made the play.
Well, he covered extra ground. He actually was behind on the play and accelerated, was able to knock it away.
Yeah, Malloy was the representative of Australia with the flag, and he went out after the national anthem, kind of planted that one in the middle of the field and said, Brazil, we're ready for you. 4th and 9. Spiraling kick is going to go out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 41-yard line of Australia, who takes over. 34 seconds to go in the first quarter. That has been a quarter that Australia has shown a little bit of everything offensively. Run, pass, a little trickery, and they've got a 16-point lead.
A lot of diversity with their play selection and personnel. They're not featuring one particular back or receiver. They're moving the ball around. It's been Stegman. It's been 2 or 3 receivers, 2 or 3 running backs.
Could be the final play here of the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Aussies at their own 41-yard line. Stegman has gone all the way and played well here in the opening 12 minutes. Going to get the first. Looks like Connor Foley, number 10, who tried to break around the left side. Little misdirection that time, and Brazil, pretty good defense to come up and drop after a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, you'll see 59, Gerson Santos break free and make a nice 1-1 tackle.
Coming down to the final play if they can get it off, and they're not going to get it off. So we have played 1 quarter of football here in Canton, Ohio. 12 minutes in, it's Australia 16 and Brazil nothing. We're back at the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Tom Benson Stadium, Canton, Ohio. Joe Dunn, Jeff Shreve. As you take a look at, I think that one of the Australian fans, and they've got to be happy right now. The Aussies lead Brazil 16-0 as we get set for the first play here in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd and 12 for Australia. Ball at their own 39-yard line. Stegman has full to the right. Going to throw for it. Under pressure, going to roll left. Looking for some room. Now he's going to run out of bounds and come play another down. Pretty good pursuit, Jeff, from the right side of that Brazilian defense.
So De Oliveira with the penetration, force him out of the pocket, and then the rest of the defensive line were able to string him out toward the sideline. Stegman 83 yards in the first period for a touchdown, and a big chunk of that was on one play.
Boy, it sure was.
3 out of 4.
Yeah, that touchdown to Matthew Riles came early in the first quarter. 2-point conversion, and Australia led 8-0 about a minute into the game. It's 3rd and 14. Stegman throws, has a man up there in trouble and makes a great catch. In traffic. Wow. That is Tyson Garnham, who went up about 3 or 4 white shirts all around him. Jeff Shreve came down with the football.
Some great concentration. Stegman didn't get a lot on this ball. He tried to float it over the defense, and the safety came up and popped him just as he caught the ball to Freitas. But way to hang on.
He knew he was going to get hit. He went up and caught it anyway. Big play for a first down at Brazil 47-yard line. This time it's going to be Foley trying to turn corner to the left, and Brazil is there. And Foley scrambles for about 2 yards on second effort.
Joe, we talked about it midway through the first period that Brazil wasn't hitting hard. They weren't ripping. I don't know if they heard us, but since that time, really accelerated their defense. They're flying to the ball and they're making the play when they get there.
There you look at the head football coach from Australia, John Layton. A lot of international experience as a head coach. And try and get his football team into Saturday's 5th place game. There's Lansdale again. And the big guy rumbles and finally gets tackled for the first time this afternoon, but not before he gets down to the 40-yard line. Finally got him down, Jeff.
Silva from the defensive end. Yeah, he went for a ride, but he got it done. De Silva's 243 pounds, and he still struggled to get running back down.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to bring down a bronking bull there in a rodeo. Here he comes again. Lansdale knocking people down, and it's then he takes a pop. Pretty good hit there by Viana, number 50, who came and got stood up. Viana says, I'm going to get a shot at him, and he did.
Well, Yorimoto, the linebacker, number 14, hit him first, had to bounce off and slid down, hold on to his leg. And now running back is really a sitting duck at the point. Somebody came and finished him off.
4th and 1 for Australia, and they're going to go for it. Leading 16-0, they want another touchdown. 9:35 to go in the first half. Lansdale back of Stegman. And now they're going to call a timeout. Australia takes a look at that Brazilian defense, and they're going to call a timeout with 9:28 to left go in the first half. Still 16-0 Australia.
And they are continuing right where they left off after one period of play, mostly on the ground, just enough of an aerial attack to keep that Brazil defense on its toes. Brazil, on the other hand, needs some things going. When they get the ball offensively, they have -2 yards rushing and 9 yards passing for a total of 7 after one quarter. So Australia doing it really on both sides of the ball right now.
A lot of people look ahead to the other 2 games today. At 7 o'clock kickoff between the United States and France. Both those teams undefeated. And if you're getting your first look of Australia and you're impressed with the Aussies, well, they lost to the French 53-3, which tells you how good France is.
France, they can do it on both sides as well. We talked about them before we hit the air. They held this offense to 3 points. And as good as the secondary is playing today for Australia, they gave up 53 points to the French.
The French with a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent, a lot of explosiveness. Going to be a good football game at 7 o'clock, the USA and France. 4th and 1 for Australia. They need to get defensive play by Santos. Coming in from middle linebacker slot. He shot and brought down Lansdale for a loss. That's a big play.
Well, you have to read the play, and then you have to get in front of that guy, and you have to finish it. And he got all 3 jobs done. Went right through that hole, head down, hit him low, knocked him off balance.
You're not going to see a better defensive play than that all week long, as the Brazilians guessed right that Lansdale's going to get the football, and Santos coming from the right side got him low and down he went.
See, they sent him to the offensive side of the ball.
Ramos now running back, but Fonseca's going to keep, and Fonseca with a keeper is going to have a first down in Australia territory at the 46-yard line.
Great call on first down. Probably, I'm pretty sure, the biggest offensive play of the day for Brazil.
14-yard gain by Fonseca. If you watch again, take 3 or 4 Australians to finally bring it down.
Nothing fancy, just some good blocking.
That's got the Brazilians dancing over there a little bit. First and 10 at the 46 of Australia. Fonseca going to give it to number 40. That's Ramos. And Ramos going to be dropped about a half a yard back of the line of scrimmage. First time Ramos, I think, carried the football today.
I believe so. We talked about Pons, the receiver. He's been quiet. You still have to pay a lot of attention to him. 10 rush, 93 yards against South.
He did not start the game. Di Nascimento was the guy that started at running back for Brazil, but Ramos in there right now. Loss of 1, it'll be 2nd and 11. Fonseca going to bat it away and nearly picked off. Tried to throw it to the right. Carlisle Jones again is on the play. Boy, he's been very active defensively. Couple tackles, knocked that one down. He's playing good.
You're going to work the side of the offense. You need to deal with Carlisle Jones, and this time Fonseca just wanted to throw a pass. Had a man open. That was Pons. They were trying to hook up with him, but Jones got that big ball on it, knocked it down.
Clock stopped with incomplete pass. 3rd and 11. Ball still at the 47. Fonseca looking, going to scramble. Throw, has a man wide open out there, and he's going to be short of the first down. Big hit over there. I think that was Summerfield that got.
Aiden Rodriguez tried to hurdle him. He'll end up 2 yards short of the first down.
Let's watch a hit right here. Boy, a lot of running room right there, but defense looked like a little block in the back there, but no whistle, no flag. They're going to play on.
And they'll go for it here on 4th and 2.
Well, you're down 16 to nothing. You got a little momentum going. I think it's a good call right here to try and get the first down. And it looks like they're going to pull. They're going to pull off sides. Maybe a little bit of a cadence difference there, but the left side of the Australian defense jumped. I'm not sure if they were pulled off sides or not. But if they jump, that's going to give Brazil a first down.
Offside on the defense.
That's what it is.
First down.
There you look at the Brazilian sidelines. They're trying to get something going here with 7:22 left to go in the first half, which, to be honest with you, has been all Australia thus far.
A touchdown would much cut it in half to a one-score game. It is a very productive drive, very diverse drive right now by Brazil.
Fonseca throws, caught that Pons. They're not going to. That's going to be Azevedo was the guy down at the 25-yard line.
Let's take another look at that.
One more look at that. Good catch. As you go back to live action, that's Ramos trying to run around right side and going to be down at the 28-yard line.
Ramos draws a lot of attention, as he should. Almost 100 yards in his last game on 10 carries.
We talked about how productive he was last game, and we've also talked about trying to keep guys fresh. Maybe giving him a little bit of rest in the first quarter, now going to him fresh left here in the second quarter. 3rd and 5 for Brazil. There you look at number 15, Calvin Young of Australia. Fonseca wants to throw, in trouble, rolling, throwing, and incomplete. The ball was tipped. Azevedo's the guy they were trying to find down at the 15-yard line.
Would have been plenty for the first down. But once you get to the sideline, things get a little tight. You see those linebackers waiting for that pass. We're able to knock the ball in the air. Ron Otten's that linebacker on that left side doing his job.
Going to be 4th and 5 for Brazil. Ball still at the 28-yard line. Clock stopped with 5:56 to go in the first half. Fonseca, play right here. Going to try and run for it. Now throws it out to the right side and staying on their feet and coming up with the football. Going to be short of the first down. That is Santucci. Boy, it looked like he was going to be hit. A flag down at the 24-yard line. We'll see what that is. But Santucci did not go down with that first big hit. Stayed on his feet and get the first down.
This may be after the play.
After the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 6 on Australia. Half distance penalty, first down.
That's our old
And number 6 is first unsportsmanlike conduct foul.
Let's see if we can see it again here. Santucci is going to break a tackle, and then after the play that we can't see, there's going to be a penalty on Damian Malloy, number 6 of Australia, which is going to give Brazil a first down all the way down at the Aussies' 14-yard line.
Now, I believe it was after the play.
It was after the play. So something happened. Our camera did not pick that up. As again, it was Otten that made the play for Australia. So a couple penalties have given Brazil new life as they try and get back on defense right now. It's going to be Australia with the ball. First play coming up. And that's Luke Jackson, number 26. That's going to carry the football. So it up.
Cutback lanes are there, and Australia is using them here in the first half.
Gain of 8. 2nd and 2 for Australia. Again, it's the first man through. Luke Jackson takes it to the 25-yard line. Santos was the first guy there to make tackle for Brazil.
And they're ready in a hurry.
They're the hurry-up offense right now with a 16-point lead. Trying to tire out that Brazilian defense. 1st and 10 at the 25. Stegman looking, going to throw that ball screen and throws it right past number 81.
DeCruz, the cornerback, was there. And the intended receiver could tell by the way Stegman threw the ball, probably would be a good idea to catch.
Clock stopped with 4:39 to go in the first half. Australia, 16 points in the first quarter. Have not been able to get on the board here in the second 12 minutes. Stegman looking, and he is going to be sacked at 21-yard line. Bruno De Silva, for 97, comes in to make the...
That's just all effort. He fought off block, bull rush right back to the quarterback. Number 97, Stegman tried to step up in the pocket, and he went right in the waiting arms of Bruno De Silva.
Zanin, Oliveira, De Silva, that front three for Brazil's defense. Possession play for Australia, 3rd and 14 at their own 21. Stegman going to keep pretty good cutback. He's going to be well short of the first down at the 24-yard line, and Australia's going to punt it away.
Yeah, I would believe at 4th and 10 on their own 25, we'll see them punt.
Feels like a little momentum has shifted since Australia jumped out early. Brazil, as you pointed out a few minutes ago, Jeff, playing much better defense. Their most impressive drive on that last possession, but they're still down 16 points.
And a big reason they're playing so well is still down right there, Silva. And they'll send out some help to get him back to the sideline. To see.
Australia opened up this tournament with a 47-6 win over South Korea. Then they came back down to earth. France beat them 53-3. They're trying to win their second game today against Brazil, and hopefully their third against South Korea on Saturday, which would be a pretty good representation for this Australian football team if they can leave here with 3 wins. Three minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the first half. Eddie Kakwa going to kick it away. Pretty good boot. That's all the way down inside the 25. They're going to down it at the 22-yard line. That's an impressive kick.
Yeah, he worked the sidelines there. Brazil was really in a good position to get some good field position out of it, but not when you can't field the kick.
52-yard punt by Ed Kakwa. And again, I have been impressed with the kicking game of all the teams that have been here in Kenton this week. They have been impressive. Punting, kickoffs. Good job. Everybody wants to be on TV. Kids over there having a good time. Brazil now will try and get something going here in the final 3 minutes and 26 seconds of the first half.
2 timeouts remaining.
Fonseca going to keep it and going to lose a couple. Back close to the 20-yard line. Nobody fooled there, Jeff.
Now opening play of their last possession, that went for 14 yards. So good adjustment by the front line of Australia.
There you Fonseca has the play call. Look down at the play chart on his left wrist. Still not sure. Clock moving with 2 left to go in the first half. It'll be a 2nd and 11 for Brazil at their own 21-yard line. Fonseca going to keep it again. Touch to the 25, 26, and that's all he'll get, which will bring up a 3rd down possession play with 2.5 minutes left.
Fonseca doesn't stick around the pocket very long. There was pocket. Around to look down. Receiver in mind. He wasn't open. Got what he could.
3rd and 6. All now up at the 26-yard line. And Fonseca's going to make something happen here. Going to throw. And out there, it is caught for a first down. That is Felipe Fernandez, who was wide open out of about the 45-yard line. 2 or 3 yards after the catch. And that is one of the best plays of the afternoon for Brazil.
Ball slightly underthrown and tipped. Looked like it would have been tipped. Great concentration as you've got hands waving in front of you. Is able to look it in right into his breadbasket. Get 2 arms on it. Make sure you get first down.
31-yard pass from Fonseca Fernandez. Ball to 43 of Australia. Fonseca again. Throws. Caught again. That's complete to Pons. And Pons going to be short of the first down. Cut inside the defense at the 30-yard line. Fonseca starting to heat up a little bit here. A little confidence right now by Hudson Fonseca.
They've got some rhythm. They'll go out of huddle.
2nd and 3. Fonseca again trying to scramble. Stays on his feet and takes a hit at the 35. Gain of 1. Quickly, Brazil calls a timeout. They will have 1 left. As Brazilian fans across the way hoping.
Large timeout. Brazil, the 2nd of the half.
Brazilian fans right back of the Brazilian bench across the way hoping they can have something to cheer about.
A quick look to the left side. He sees the seam. Again, scrambles forward. So Fonseca really doesn't be receivers. At least he hasn't here in the first half.
5-yard line. Hey, special announcement. The umpire on today's game, that is Davey Parsons from the United Kingdom, would like to send his best wishes to his parents, Mr. Peter and Isabel Parsons, who are watching the game right now down in sunny Orlando, Florida. Peter and Isabel celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary.
Boy.
Congratulations. I'll tell you what, there is a proud son right there, Davey Parsons, umpire on today's game.
They had my congratulations too.
60 years. Wow. 3rd and 2 at the 35. Fonseca trying to get it. In trouble. Flag goes down again. It's going to scramble for the first down, but let's wait for the flag.
It's in a part of the field where you would think it would be holding.
Good scramble by Fonseca. But let's see what the call is. Here comes the call.
Holding on the offense to 71. 10-yard penalty. Repeat 3rd down.
Holding on the offense, and that's going to move it all the way back to the 45-yard line. Pretty good scramble by Fonseca. one more time.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to have holding when your quarterback scrambles as much as he did on that play. And the offensive lineman got caught in a bad position and tried to prevent the sack.
Less than a minute to go in the half on 3rd and 12 for Brazil. They are down 16-0, and a flag goes down just as they snap it. Looks like that offensive line left side might have moved on that one. It's going to cost them 5 more yards. Officials talking about it.
Full start, number 72 on the offense, 5 yards.
Well, Brazil trying desperately to get something on the scoreboard before the end of the first half. With back-to-back penalties, this will push it back right to midfield. It'll be 3rd and now 17 yards to go for the first down, but 38 seconds left in the half. Jeff, they're thinking more than first down right here, maybe.
Well, they have to be at least get in a position to get 3 points to get that 0 off the board.
Fonseca back to throw. Here comes the rush. Throws deep and out again. It's caught down inside the 25-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 23. Again, it's Fernandez that got back of the secondary for another big play.
Again, you'll see the scramble. You'll see pressure come from 50 to the quarterback's left side, and he stands tall and delivers.
27 yards
at the 22.
27-yard gain. Fonseca to Fernandez. Ball to 22. We're down to 29 seconds in the half. Going to throw forward again. Good protection. Now has to scramble. Looking for somebody. Going to keep it and run. And down he goes. Now he finally goes down. Took a hit at the 24-yard line to get him down.
And Brazil will use their final timeout.
When play resumes, they're going to have it.
Charge timeout, Brazil, their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Great battle over there between 72 and 92. That time he did check down. He looked at several receivers. There really wasn't anything available. The defense was very solid for Australia.
Now they're going to spot the ball at the 25-yard line. As you take a look at the Brazilian offense, there's Felipe Fernandez, number 17, 2 receptions, 58 yards, and the last 2 in big. And they've been pretty much the same play on the left sidelines, hitting behind and hanging on to the football. We're down to 14 seconds left in the first half. Australia with 16 first quarter points. And that's where it stands right now. Australia 16, Brazil nothing.
So Brazil out of timeout. So to stop the clock, they need an incomplete pass or need to go out of bounds.
Brazil, though, just one big play away from getting right back in this football game at half. Different quarterback, Marteri, and he's going to sack back at the 30.
And they can't stop the clock, and that'll do it.
That surprises me a little bit. They took Fonseca out of there, who had come up with a couple big plays on this drive, and that is it. We have played one half of football at Tom Benson Stadium, Canton, Ohio. Our score at the half, Australia 16, Brazil nothing. We're back to talk about the first half. Look at the stats right after Time Sports. Take it. Goes down.
Hey, break down. Hey! Eyes up. See what you hit. Stop, guys. Great. Let's go. Head up. Speed. Hey, break down. Hey! Eyes up. See what you hit. Go. Let's go. Head up. Squeeze.
When coaches get to the high school level, I think they assume that everybody who plays knows how to play, and they're going to be under Friday night lights, and everything's going to be great, just like it is on TV. And it's not like that. You're going to get kids that have never played before, and you're going to get coaches really that have never coached before. You really need to be able to teach coaches how to coach.
Through the Heads Up program, what you do, 3 pillars, as I say. 1, awareness. 2, how to truly, properly fit equipment. Finally, here's how we're teaching the ultimate aspect of contact in tackling.
This is the basics and the fundamentals. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought as an educator, this was a curriculum for football.
Feet. Squeeze. Sit. Hands up.
It was really a no-brainer to get involved with USA Football and the Head Up program.
They go through a progression path. They're actually learning how to keep their head up, not to lead with their helmet, and they're taught that from the beginning.
Limited concussions that we had this year, basically because we have worked on heads-up tackling from day one.
Squeeze. Sink hands. Right foot. Running rook. Sink hands. Squeeze. Feet. Explode. There you go. Head up. Feet. Eyes up. Shoot. Head up.
The coaches have completely bought in and endorsed what we're doing.
Come on, get those elbows tight, elbows tight, high.
What we really didn't anticipate was how aggressive that the Coaches Association here in Virginia went after it, saw the need to gain better and safer, and they ran with it.
Go heads and eyes up, heads and eyes up.
The days of popping the old smells after the ammonia taps are gone, and that's a good thing.
Heads Up Football has concussions to become a topic of conversation in a positive way.
Well, I just think it's standardized everything. It becomes a much more consistent way of teaching game.
This kind of instruction keeps my staff in line.
They're seeing a very distinct improvement and reduction in injury.
How's one so far?
Okay. I can't hear you.
That off. Tuck it in. You gotta take that gizmo.
Joe Hunt and Jeff Shreve back at Tom Benson Stadium, Canton, Ohio. We have played one half of football today. It's Australia 16 and Brazil nothing. Australia jumped out early that very first possession. Jeff, they had some big plays.
They got one big play, got on the board, and then their next possession was a slow, methodical run after run after run. They threw the ball one time, but it was a dump pass, so I don't count that as a pass. It was a pass run. And they got another touchdown, but really since that first big bomb, it was a mistake in the secondary that they cashed in on. Brazil, it's been a fairly even game since that point.
It really has. You can always say Brazil got momentum in that second quarter. It was scoreless. A couple penalties did not get the job done for Brazil. Last possession looked like he may score, but it's still 16-0. Brazil will get the football to start the second half, though.
And it'll be big possession. They need to get some points on the board.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. As we said, it started early for Australia with a big play.
Just broken coverage. They came up to try to tackle the quarterback, and no accounted for old number 82 behind the defense. Had an easy touchdown.
Then a little trickery. They went 2 points on the extra point, and then the biggest running back in Canton, 265 pounds of Nate Lansdale.
They got a full dose of him. He got the 2-point conversion and pushed it out to 16-0. But then the next possession, they kept going back to him. Brazil really locked in on him, did a much better job.
He was kind of a marked man by that Brazilian defense. A couple big hits kept Australia out of the end zone as we stand right now, 16-0. If Brazil, you get the football back, any changes you would make offensively, or pretty much do what they're doing in the first half, just more successfully?
We have tried to eliminate the mistakes. The last possession, they got inside the 20-yard line, had some big penalties and a sack, went in reverse, and that really foiled that drive for them. They need to put it all together one time.
One half of football left here at Tom Benson Stadium. Joe Jeff Shreve, 16-0 Australia. Back with the second half right after this.
Only down by 11 yards there, but the big difference the rushing. Australia 65 yards around, only 15 for Brazil. And penalties, Brazil, 2 of those penalties in that final drive. No turnovers the first half.
Pretty clean football game thus far. We got one half of football left. Australia 16-0. After the first quarter, we had a scoreless second quarter. And now we second half action ready to go. Brazil will get the football to begin second half play. They showed some good things offensively, some penalty that really derailed them there in the second quarter.
Yeah, they were well in scoring range, but those 2 penalties and a sack really buttoned them up, pushed them all the way back into their own territory as the half came to a close.
Jared Stake is going all the way at quarterback for Australia. Hudson Fonseca went about 99.9% of that first half, then a substitution on the last possession, but Fonseca pretty much has been the go-to guy at quarterback for Brazil.
And he's had create on the fly.
Right.
So looking to a number of receivers, can't find anyone scrambling for yardage. He's doing all he can right now. They just need to put it all, not get those penalties or take a untimely sack.
As we said, the loser of this game goes home. No more football for the loser. The winner advances to a medal game on Saturday against South Korea. That'll be for 5th place. And for Australia, they would love to win this and go on. Maybe get 3 wins here in Canton, Ohio. They open with a big win and came back down to earth, losing 53-3 to France. They're averaging almost 5 points a game. In the first 2 games, they've got 16 in the first half, and they show a lot of variety at running back with Foley, Martin, Lansdale, and Jackson. Pretty group of running backs.
And they're all different, especially Lansdale. He's a load. 260 pounds?
Well, I'd like to look at the scales on that one. He looks like he may be a little bigger than 267, especially after a hearty breakfast here in the USA.
And 5'7", give him that low center of gravity. He is tough, and it's tough to tackle him one-on-one, and they've blocked well. So he's into the second level. The linebackers have to handle him by themselves, and that's a tough duty.
7 teams came here after winning regional competition. This was not an invitation tournament. They had played their way into Canton, Ohio. And it'll be interesting to see in the next 4 years which one of these countries really advance in American football. The kick. And that's going to be 2-3 yards deep in the end zone. Brazil says we'll bring it out. Coming to the left side, up sidelines 30, 35, up to the 40 and out of bounds, right into the Aussie bench.
Azevedo with a and really good field position to start the second half. Brazil looked like he might take a knee and then off to the races, as you said, Joe. There's a nice block. And then it's just a matter of getting all you can on the sideline. Once you get to the sideline, it's really 1-12.
Exactly. Well, you question it when he caught in the end zone, but you question it now as he takes it out to the 40-yard line, where Brazil has their first possession of the second half, 1st and 10. Going to fake to reverse, going to run it down the right side, and pretty good pop over there. Damian Donaldson was the guy that came up and made the stick after a little bit of a mini reverse on the first play.
And that's a good thing because he was the only one wearing green and gold that could do anything about it. Azevedo got by everyone else, and great one-on-one hard tackle by that outside linebacker.
Azevedo, wide receiver, in motion for the run right there, and it's a gain of 2, 7 and 8, ball now to 42. Brazil with 15 points. Di Nascimento is a guy that brings it to the 45. That's going to be of the first down.
And again, it's Ramon Marchiri working at quarterbacks. He took the last snap of the first half. We have not seen Fonseca since that time.
Let's look at it again. Di Nascimento was the guy that carried the football early in this game. Ramos came in the second to Di Nascimento. 3rd and 5 at the 45-yard line. Going to throw for it over the middle. And there's going to be cut for a first down. Going to caught down at the 43-yard line. Hernandez is a guy that was wide open. Pretty good throw, outstanding catch for 12 yards and a Brazilian first down.
Hernandez having a nice day, and Martiri delivers. Stands tall in the pocket. Kind of a different quarterback than we saw Fonseca, who is on the sideline holding his helmet for the Brazilian team. But Martiri stood tall in the pocket, no scrambling, no happy feet, delivered a nice strike.
Martiri's going to get a football, going to hand it up to Dino Cemento, and got 4, maybe 5 yards, 39-yard line. Big possession here for Brazil. If they can get on the scoreboard, they're back in this thing. Not only scored, but I think mentally too.
Things going well. They got the return to the 40-yard line. Now they are in Australia territory.
There's some of the fans that are here today in Canton, Ohio, enjoying USA football. 2 more games left to play today. We'll have them both for you right here on Big Time Sports. 2nd and 6 at the Australian 39-yard line. First and through, and pretty good pop there, the right side of the Australian defense. And that is Santucci again. Has some quick feet, Jeff, but couldn't find any room.
Now, he got a few yards, but you're right, that right side of the defense, string that out, nowhere to go. And they worked out to the linebackers, but again, a manageable 3rd down for Brazil.
Last game, Santucci against South Korea, 108 yards on only 8 carries. Big game, Santucci. 3rd and 4 at the 37. Martiri throws, has a man wide open. That's going to be a first down and more. Breaking tackles to take 1, 2, 3, 4 Australian to bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Aiden Rodriguez with a first down reception, a very well-constructed play by Brazil, and a patient quarterback. Martiri staying in the pocket, let it develop, waiting for the crossing route, stepped away from the pressure and delivers it.
Going to be a gain of 9 on the play and another Brazilian first down. Very impressive drive by Brazil here to start the second half of play. Already down to 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Using some time, they would love to get on the scoreboard on 1st and 10 at the Australian 28. Going to be Santucci again, and again the little guy with the quick beat. He's 5, 6, 7 yards down to the 21-yard. And they're starting to throw the football a little better, starting to run it a little better. And big thing, Jeff, they're playing with confidence right now.
Well, they are, and when you can set up 2nd down and 4, 2nd down and 5, 3rd down and 2, it becomes a little easier for your offense to move the ball.
Gain of 6 on the play officially. Ball spotted at the Australian 22 as the Brazilian sidelines. Now everybody standing up, watching this offense, trying to get into the end zone. 2nd and 4. Martiri fakes ahead, that man wide open and can't find him at the 7-yard line. That would have been big. Wide open, Jeff Shreve.
Tight end, Felipe Laria. 6'4", 240, and he had a seam. And Jerry just kind of let it float on him to the outside. Yeah, a real good look. He'll pop right in on the post route. That ball goes inside. It's a touchdown.
Right now it's 3rd and 4. Ball still at the 22-yard line. Ball on the ground. A fumble. I think Brazil came back up with it. Boy, an Australian defensive lineman to it, but I think Brazil came back with it.
Trying to hook up, I think, Everton and Taro, the fullback. And they never quite made the exchange, but a nice job by Antero to cover the mistake.
Yeah, costly mistake by Brazil. Looked like there's a little bit of a hole right there. Now it's going to be 4th and 4. With 6 minutes and 51 seconds in the 3rd. This is a huge play in this football game for Brazil. 4th and 4, the Aussie 22. Handoff, first man, and they're going to push the pile. Are they going to get it, Jeff, or not? I think they're going to be short.
They went right back to Antero, the old wedge play. Just grinding out yardage, and it will be very close.
They kept pushing that pack, pushing it, and for where the football is at right now, I don't think they've got it, Jeff.
I think they'll need to measure.
This may be the first time they have measured for first the entire tournament.
Let's take another look at that play while they bring out chains.
Now watch it. They're going to push the pile. Initially stopped, and they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And squirmed for another yard, and they were going to be into the chain gang that came in from across the way. This is under official review right now, so they want to take one more look at it to see if Australia stopped them or Brazil may have got the first down. So a critical call here in the football game as Brazil on 4th and 4 decide to run the ball right up the middle, Jeff Shreve.
And normally a play like that, you would see them more outside, maybe go to the air, let your quarterback create. Brazil tries to cross things up and go right to the old wedge way. This goes back to the old days of football. Everybody, and they are taking a look now to see exactly where he was. Remember, when his knees hit the ground, that's when the forward progress stops, and that's what they're looking at as they check the replay. He's down right there.
The Oliveira, number 79, was pushing the pile from an offensive lineman's position. I'm not sure they got there though.
Play stands as hold, first in Australia.
Yeah, they're going to say Australia hold after taking 2 or 3 looks at that. Big play in this football game. We're down to 6:37 to go in the third, and there is a very relieved head football coach from Australia, John Layton, whose defense continues to play outstanding defense. Not a point on the board today against Australia.
Oh, nice drive by Brazil.
Statement going to throw it out to the 22, 23-yard line, and that's Tyson Garnham who comes up with the catch. Garnham listed as a combination running back, tight end, wide receiver. Can do it all for the Aussies.
And they'll go again without a huddle.
Try to speed the game up a little bit here on 2nd and 4 with the ball at the 25-yard line. Stegman going to hand it off. Here comes Lansdale. Can't get it down, and finally, big guy spins. Going to give him a pretty good spot there at the 27-yard line.
And 3 members of that Brazil defense had to work together to get it. You'll see somebody take a swipe at the football right there. They're trying to create a turnover. And great work by Zanon because he swiped at the ball but didn't give up on the play.
Alvaria was the guy that tried to tackle it. Came up empty, and now Australia on 3rd and 2 at their 27. Possession play for the Aussies to hang on to the football, leading 16-0. Still have Lansdale in the backfield. Twin receivers up top and down low. Stegman in trouble, and down he goes as Brazil comes up with a big sack back at the 15-yard line.
Bruno Da Silva came through on a blitz. Got to the Australian quarterback, and it will be 4th down and 11.
Well, defense guessed right, Jeff. They were guessing pass, and that's what the Aussies showed them.
A punt situation, and Da Silva just really pushed that left tackle out of the way and got it right to the quarterback.
Eddie Kakwa standing at the 3-yard line for Australia. Needs to get off a real good punt. Good snap. Here comes the rush. They don't get it. Real good kick. Down close to the 37. Fumble football, and Australia is going to have it, but they can't advance it as they're going to take the football at the 38-yard line of Brazil.
Flavio Gouveia had a long time. Look at that punt. It really had an odd in a spiral. It was kind of an in-between floater and probably came down as a knuckleball.
Yep.
He tried to gather it in. It went a little further than he thought. It may even clip his face mask as it went by.
That was Daniel Strickland. There you see him, number 11, that was down on punt coverage. Came up with a big play. Had a touchdown pass, a couple of them in their first game. So a huge break in this football game for Australia, who just a few minutes ago was trying to keep Brazil out of the end zone. Now they got 1st and 10 at the Brazilian 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Lansdale, again, they get him low, which is the only way you want to attack that big guy.
Again, it's Bruno Da Silva who was able to tackle him. You're right. He was a mystery the first 10 time carried the ball, but since that time, Brazil's on him.
Well, he ran over half of the Brazilian defense until they said, hey, we can't take this guy on high. We got to get him low.
Got a boomerang.
Boomerang, kangaroos, got it all here in the Australia cheering section.
It's kind of hard to find a boomerang in Northeast Ohio.
Not one will admit it. Flag down right at the snap of the ball. Like 94. That was Bannon. May have jumped the snap a little bit with 3:57 left to go in third quarter.
Prior to the snap, full start, number 82 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Now they're going to call it on the offense.
So he may have flinched and caused the defense lineman to get into the neutral zone.
I've seen too many of those this weekend with the offensive lineman jumping, but it's going to cost the Australians 5 yards back to the 46. We're at second down and 18. Clock moving again with 3:38 to go in the third quarter. Stigman, Rush going to throw the green pass. He got it set up. This is Garm, and he's going to Jackson, and Jackson fumbles the football, and Brazil has it. Luke Jackson on the screen pass had plenty of running room. I'm not sure he was even hit. I think that ball was fumbled, and he tried maybe to get up ahead of steam.
Yeah, he may have been trying to switch arms in anticipation of contact. He's got his right arm, and there you see it's a little bit in. They got a helmet right on it. He was popped by Santos. He put a hat right on the ball, and then there to pick it up was Zanin.
23-yard run by Jackson before he fumbled the football, and Brazil still stays within striking distance with a turnover to give football with 3:26 to go in the third quarter. They're down 16-0, but they have moved football since that first quarter. They gave up 16 points.
Well, and after that punt, the defense had a lot of work to do, and they got it done.
Marcher with the handoff. Not much doing there.
And it won't get a yard.
Yeah, just about a yard, and that's it. Back of the line of scrimmage. Ball going to stay right on the 24-yard line, where it's going to be second and a long 9 yards to go for the first down. No turnovers in that first half, but here in the second half, each team has turned it over once. Victory back in the pocket, throws, has a man open. That is Ramos, breaks a tackle. Ramos stays on his feet, breaks another tackle, still on his feet. First down and more on a great individual effort by Ramos.
You tell me Brazil doesn't want to be back in this game. Ramos.
That was impressive. Take one more look at that, Jeff Shreve.
That was inspired. Just a simple pass. Linebacker's there. Rips himself away from that one. Finds more sideline. Now they've got 4 players. He pushed them off. Would not be denied at first down.
Finally, that was the defensive captain for Australia, Brad Bent, that finally pulled Ramos down, but not until he gets to the 44-yard line and a first down. Martry, little fake, throws deep, has him out there again, same play, and it's dropped. Felipe Fernandez had a touchdown. If he hangs on the football at the 28-yard line, he wants that one back.
And it was Malloy, I believe, who just got a finger on it, was able to flip it out of his hand.
Did he touch it, you think, Jeff? I'm not sure if he touched it or if Felipe Fernandez just dropped it. But if he hangs onto the football, he's going to get in the end zone.
Absolutely.
So that brings up a 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 44-yard line, and the clock stopped with exactly 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Martry throws it out there again. Have some space to Santucci, and he's going to take it just to the 50-yard line, maybe a yard inside Australia to 49. 7-yard gain on play.
And a very manageable 3rd down and 3 call for Brazil.
About a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. We have been scoreless for the second quarter and for a good percentage of the third after Australia scored 16 points in the first 12 minutes of the game. Martry throws it behind. Looked like that was intended for Pons. Had him open, Jeff.
Pons has been very quiet, but both the receptions that he has have been inside slants. That time the quarterback read that it was out. Pons stepped in, just simple miscommunication, and now 4th down and 3, and it looks like the punting team on for Brazil.
And there is Australian head coach John Layton, still very pleased with what he sees out there. Defense playing well, offense with 16 points on the board. Brazil going to kick it away. Good snap. Kind of a line drive pooch kick that's going to go out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. So Australia has it again with 1 minute and 7 seconds left to go in the third quarter, leading 16-0. As the Australian fans here today, there's a lot of them here right now. They keep coming in from Australia to cheer this team on.
Long way from home.
16-0, Australia. They've got the football 1st and 10 on their 18. This is Garner again, or Jackson. That's Garner, number 36. Going to take it over the, they're going to spot right at the 29-yard line or 30-yard line. Let's watch it again.
Again, nothing fancy. Just need to beat the defender to the corner. Get around there. All you can.
First down for Australia. Less than a minute to go now, the third quarter. 1st and 10, their own 30. Stadium going to run the option. Pitches outside, and Brazil is there to make a big defensive play back at 25-yard line. That
again,
was
Jackson. Throws him down for about a 5-yard loss. Great read. He was right there. There was nowhere to go. The back lane was shut down by Da Silva. And Brazil in second half, Joe, playing much better.
Final play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 15 for Australia at their own 25-yard line. Stegan throws, has a man out there. That is Strickland. And Strickland's going to be out of bounds, and that will be the end of the third quarter as they spot the at the 31-yard line. So 3 quarters in the books here at Tom Benson. Australia 16, Brazil nothing. We're back with the final 12 minutes right after this.
We believe in football. We believe in Friday night lights, Saturday afternoons, any given Sunday. We believe in where all of that began. We believe heroes are made in the fourth quarter, at every kickoff to fresh start. We believe in pregame rituals and halftime speeches. We believe the best 11 will always be the 11 best. We believe in teaching fundamentals and building character. We believe in educated coaches and engaged parents. We believe in creating a positive experience for all and keeping the game fun. We believe in team. We believe in the lineage of Bryant, Rodney, Lombardi, and Dad. We believe you don't need a stadium or yard lines to have a game. We believe that even greater than the heroes on the big screen are those you give a ride to home from the game. We believe there is nothing more American than football, and that football gives us all something to believe in. Teamwork, confidence, pride. We are USA Football. We believe the scoreboard doesn't tell the whole story. We believe in the football family and that we can achieve a better, safer game together. We believe in football.
One more quarter to play here at Tom Benson Stadium. Game 1 today of 3. 16-0 Australia. As we talked during the break, Jeff Shreve, you gotta let Brazil take a few chances down the field once they get that football back. They're running out of time.
And that's mission 1, get the ball back.
Stegman for Australia, rolling right, throwing deep. There's a man out there, and it is picked off by Brazil. They've got the football back. Coming back the other way, and Brazil's going to have it at their own 45-yard line with a chance to get right back in this football game in the final 12 minutes play.
Cleverson de Freitas read that one well. Ball hung up, came over from his safety position, and really had quite an easy interception. Once the ball started to float, just a matter of getting there and hanging on. He got it all the way.
He sure did. He was playing center field, and DeFries comes over, makes a good interception, brings it back a little ways. So pretty good field position for this Brazilian offense, who at times today have shown some explosiveness. Boy, had a great opportunity back in the third quarter, but could not find the receiver back in the 3-yard line, and that killed him.
New quarterback.
That's Ramos with the football. He's got a first down and more. Stays on speed and finally takes 3 Australians to bring him down to 35.
Rodrigo Dantas, number 8, at quarterback now for Brazil.
Third quarterback we've seen.
It was quite a disparity at half. And Brazil catching up now in the yardage.
Handoff Ramos, and the big guy rumbles for about 7 or 8 yards. Down to the 28-yard line, and Brazil again, Jeff, doing some good things, just can't get in the end zone.
You put your finger right on it. Ramos has been their guy, but this is their 3rd game in 6 days.
Yeah.
They're resting him until they need him, and they need him right now.
They sure do. Rodrigo Dantas, now the quarterback. He had a big game against Korea. 84 yards, only 8 carries, and I'll tell you right now, he's the go-to guy. Because the rush, they throw up. Oh, what a hit. Whoop. Australia with one of the biggest hits of the tournament at the 26-yard line. And that's Damon Donaldson, number 22, I think, that came in and made the hit.
Well, Rodriguez makes the catch, the tight end. And just enough time to get both arms around it. Ryan Ott put the
that
wood
was
to it.
Ottens. That wasn't Donaldson. That was 24 Ottens that made the hit. Brazil trailing 16-0, 3rd and 1. They're in 4-down territory, though. They need the end zone on this drive. And they're not going to get the first down. Again, Australia with a big play on the right side of that defense. They come in and make the stop.
Into Antero, and Brad Bennett, linebacker, sniffed it out. Stuffed it for a 2-yard loss.
Brad Bennett, the captain of this defense, number 80. As again, you look at John Layton, the Australian coach, he knows this is a big play.
Judge timeout.
And Brazil knows it too, Jeff. They're going to call a timeout and make sure they're on the right page.
Reminder, this game is presented under the copyright of the IFAF. Any use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the IFAF is strictly prohibited.
9 minutes and 58 seconds left in the football game. Australia with 16 first quarter points, and it hasn't changed since then. Still 16-0 Australia, and one of the biggest plays of the football game coming up right now. When we return, it'll be 4 for Brazil down on the Australian 28-yard line as they try and get in the end zone and really make this game interesting.
Last time they had a play like this, I think it was 4th and 4, to be honest, and they went to Antero, ran it right up the middle on a wedge play. They have a completely different lineup up there right now. I don't think he's even on the field. They have a different quarterback. Ramos is back on. And he and Azevedo are the running backs.
4th down conversion today for Brazil. They are 1 for 1 in 3rd down conversions. They're 4 out of 15. So let's see what happens right here on 4th and 3. Dantas is the quarterback. Fakes it to Ramos. Here comes the rush. Looking, throwing, and knocked away. That was Ron Ottens again, number 24, that reached in and knocked a pass down as Australia has held again, and Brazil leaves the field frustrated one more time.
I don't know what it is about the 25-yard line, but Brazil can move the ball until they get inside of there. They tried to work into Rodriguez again, and really, he really wasn't open. It was more of a desperation play at that point, and the defense there again for Australia.
Australia with football up 16 points. 9:50 left to go in the game. You would think try and run a little clock here and make it real hard for Brazil to win this thing.
Yeah, they went to the air a couple of times last time they had the ball.
Stamen first man through. Short yardage, maybe 1. Close to the 29-yard line. That is Connor Foley back in there, number 10. Stamen 6 out of 12 today, 107 yards. 1 touchdown. He's been picked off in time.
Manages the game very well.
Yes,
I mean, he's
does.
thrown 4 touchdowns in a game. He has run for 50 yards in a game. Now we got another penalty. His movement on the line, hand-to-hand combat down the sideline on that pass at the field.
Yeah, that was Matthew Riles they were trying to throw it to as you look at the Brazilian sidelines. Trying to figure out this Australian defense and not be able to get in the end zone all day long.
on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
It's going to cost Brazil 5 yards, and they cannot afford to give up too many first downs to Australia because that clock becoming a factor in the game with 9:22 left to go. So the veteran quarterback, Jared Stegman, looks at a 2nd and 4 from his own 34-yard line. Every first down worth about a minute and a half in this game. Going to throw it out to Strickland, and he goes down after about 3-yard gain. Still going to be short of the first down by about 3 yards. As the ball's going to be spotted at 36-yard line and have an injured player down there for Brazil. And that looked like it's Viana, number 50, the linebacker. Good group of linebackers for Brazil, Jeff. They've been active today.
They have been active, and really, we've touched on it several times since that way point or 2/3 of the way through that first period. It's been a pretty even game.
Boy, it really has. Brazil have tried a lot of things today, but when they've had an opportunity to get in the end zone, really have not been able to execute the offense the way they want. Look back at this tape and say, what if? Eight minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the football game. Viana heading toward the sidelines. When play resumes,
down and 2.
yeah, Stegman will have a third too. His own 36. John Layton again, trying him up with the play. They're going to bring the big guy back in there. Nate Lansdale is coming back in. Is he a decoy or not? Let's watch here on 3rd and 2. When he's got into the open field, he's been good, but Brazil has been able to defend him by tackling low the last 3 or 4 times they've given him the football. And he's got it. Now they faked it, and they throw it, and they had Strickland open. Well, they faked the ball to Lansdale. Brazil was bringing the heat. They had him, but Stegman still had the football. Tried to get it to Strickland and couldn't connect.
Just a little too high for Strickland to go up and bring down. Well-designed play. There's too much air under that. Receiver was unable to get both hands on it. And a great job by the defense for Brazil. They are getting themselves off the field.
Well, Brazil was bringing a rush from right in the middle of the field. We're guessing that Lansdale is going to get the football. Australia crosses him up, but can't execute play. Eddie Kako with the kick, and he's going to kick that one right out of bounds. Referee coming up the near sidelines, going to spot it at the 41-yard line.
We at Big Time Sports are proud partners with USA Football and ESPN in producing all 12 USA World Championship games. The Big Time Sports Network brings you the best in sports by television, radio, mobile app, and online. Catch all the action on Big Time Sports. Go to Big Time Sports Ohio or catch us on mobile app at BTS Ohio.
So once again, Brazil with excellent field position, trailing 16-0, still have 8 minutes and 11 seconds left to go, and Brazil has it 1st and 10 at their own 4 line. The throw, and again, can't make connections with Fernandez.
Threw it behind him a little bit. That's just a case where the receiver is moving in a direction. Quarterback could see he's running into trouble, tries to throw it really to back shoulder, but he's moving too quickly to make the adjustment.
One more look at Dantas as he throws to the left side, and Brazil right now trying to come up with some way to get into the end zone and get the football back and make this a very interesting game with 8:06 left go. 2nd and 10, ball still at the 46. Dantas going to throw. Has a man out there, underthrows him at the 40-yard line, and again it was Fernandez who was open on the sideline.
You hit it right on the nose there, Joe. It was well underthrown. He actually kind of sidearmed it. I'm not sure if there was suggestion there and he tried to get it through some of the defensive lineman's hands or what exactly that was, but it was not the same form that we've seen on every other throw by Dantas.
Dantas is the 3rd quarterback we have seen today from Brazil. Fonseca, Martri, now Dantas. 3rd and 10. 7:59 with clock stopped after the incomplete pass. Dantas, little screen pass. It's dropped out there. This time Fernandez upfield. before he had complete control of the football. And a very frustrating offensive possession for Brazil. They go off the field across the way.
Really, not much you could say. He just didn't look it in. Kind of concerned with the defender. Not real sure it would have gone much further than that because.
Now that only took 15 seconds off the clock. They threw 3 passes, none of them complete. 7:56 left to go in the football game, and Australia's going to get again. End over and punt. Coming on to the 32, up to the 32-yard line.
Damian Donaldson on the return.
Yeah,
Soft field position for Australia.
Defensive back, bring it back.
You know, the way it stands right now, Joe, 16-point margin. That's the closest game they've had.
That's right. Yeah, Australia opened up the tournament with a 47-6 win over South Korea and lost big to France, 53-3. They would love to play one more game. If they can hold on and win today, they would move into a 5th place game. Australia has scored early. First 2 possessions. Stegman's going to roll out, gets a good screen, good feed to the 35, and then goes down on a gang tackle there by 3 Brazilians.
Well, the mission for Australia is simple. They need to eliminate 7.5 minutes off of the clock, and they're going to do that by keeping the ball on the ground and staying in bounds. That's as safe a play as you have. The quarterback doesn't even hand it off. Make sure he stays in bounds. The clock will continue to run. And Australia will use all of their allotted time between the plays. They have a play clock at 15 seconds right now, so Stegman will use as much of that as he can before he snaps the ball.
Brazil trying to strip football, get it back. Stegman going to throw, hoops it up there and nobody home. Throws that down midfield. Matthew Riles was a guy that were trying to get the football. He broke toward the middle of the field, and Stegman threw it to no man's land at the 50.
I'm not sure. He read a blitz on that one. Just was looking for an open portion of real estate. Normally the quarterback would whip it out of bounds. He tried to see if maybe he could squeeze one into a streaking receiver.
Clock stopped still, 6:50 left go. Australia trying to hang on to the football if they convert on 3rd and 6 at the 35. Stegman throws into traffic down there and overthrows everybody at the 35-yard line.
Now there they did Brazil a favor. By passing the ball twice in a row, they stopped the clock. They took over possession at the 7:30 mark, and they used 45 seconds on that possession, most of that on one play.
Yeah, if they could string 2 or 3 first downs together, that would be awfully tough for Brazil. But right now the clock stopped, 6:43. Brazil going to get it back with still plenty of time if things break their way to get right back in this game.
And Australia has a guy tailor-made for the Nate Lansdell.
Yeah.
This is exactly when he should carry the ball over and over again.
I agree. Eddie Kakua is going to kick it. It's going to be down at the 27-yard line. So Brazil, again, has the football with a chance to make this thing very interesting. They can get on the scoreboard. As you take a look across the way at the Brazilian fans who still believe, they're still up on their feet cheering. There is the mayor of Canton, Ohio.
Gentlemen, to the right of your screen in the tie, the Honorable William Healy.
He may move over to the Australian side before it's over. 1st and 10. Dantas in trouble, going to scramble. Throws it out of bounds. 4 straight passes by Brazil without a completion. They haven't used a lot of clock.
They ran a receiver that time right down the numbers, but he was covered. The quarterback did exactly what he should do.
The most valuable players for today's game have already been announced. For Brazil, their linebacker Igor Mota, and for Australia, defensive lineman number 92, Carlisle Jones. Congratulations to those 2 players. Going to throw again, over the middle, caught by Ramos. He's going to have a first down. Boy, I would want to put the ball in his hands as often as I can.
Absolutely. We've got a man down at the 40-yard line for Australia. Defender who made the tackle, but He and Ramos both hit the ground at a real awkward angle.
Yeah. That looks like it's Ottens over there.
I think you're right.
Watch it again. Boy, the big guy gets in. He is hard to bring down. Took 2 Australians finally to bring down.
It is a big loss, even if it's temporary, for Australia. Ottens is in on every play.
Hey, look at number 24, Ryan Ottens, who along with Carlisle Doan and Brad Bennett, Malloy, Donaldson, Summerfield, they have all played well, and that's why they've kept Brazil off the scoreboard. That defensive unit has come up today.
And that's why you have MVPs on the defensive side of the ball. You've got that shutout going.
Exactly.
Well, Ottens coming off under his own power, and it looks like it could be a lower body injury.
So Dantas to Ramos for a first down. Ball at the 40-yard line. Clock moving with 6:10 left to go. Dantas fumbled the football and has to eat it right there. Boy, was at his feet. He looked up and then tried to grab it and said, I better just keep it right here.
Well, no, initially he dropped it and he didn't panic. He planned on picking it up and continuing the play, but when he looked up, he'll take one peek up to see where the defenders are, and he couldn't find the football then again. Nice job to recover it.
There's Carlisle Jones, who is the Australian most valuable player today, playing the left defensive end. He's been all over.
He's had a nice day.
7-17, they get it to Ramos. Ramos at the 45. Ramos spinning at midfield, has the first down. They can't get him down until 45.
Well, you can see what a weapon he is.
22 yards on the play, and that is worth one more look.
Blocked well at the point of attack. It's a simple screen pass, but once he gets into the second level, it's all about Ramos.
Again, good quick feet, back to live action. Oh, big hit from the blind side. Loose Brazil has it, and the guy that made the sack coming in was number 50 for Australia, and that is Sam Riley.
He brought Riley on a blitz, and Dantas never saw him. Dantas is looking to his left. It's a very dangerous play, and a nice job by Riley to strip the ball as he's making the tackle. The offensive lineman, Bauer, is able to recover it.
2nd and 23. Gets it out to Santucci, and he is going to scamper out of bounds, Australian territory at the 48. That's still going to leave him about 12 yards. That's Acevedo, I'm sorry, number 33, made the catch. Still going to leave him short first down by about 13 yards.
Got a chunk of yardage back, and now they'll need 2 plays to cover this 13 yards. They're not punting.
Down 16-0. You want to have every opportunity you can to score. This is 4-down territory now from everywhere in the field. Down to 4 minutes and 5 seconds left to go.
Screen.
Get it to Ramos. Ramos, flag goes down. Ramos has the... But this will be a critical call in this football game. The flag down at the 30-yard line.
It was thrown well back in the secondary.
Yeah. Captain Brad Bennett was there to make the tackle for Australia. As we take a look at the officiating crew, and here comes the call.
There's no foul for offensive pass interference. The pass didn't cross the neutral zone. First down.
So the officials pick up the flag. And Bill Lamagna, who is the supervisor of officials, says that is an excellent call by the officials to pick up that flag. He's proud of those guys.
And Ramos making some hay on these screen passes. See if they go back to that.
So Brazil not done yet. 1st and 10 at the Australian 30. Clock down to 3:36 left to go. Dantas going to have a little fakery. They're going to throw it down there, and it's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Little flea flicker, little dipsy doodle by Brazil, pulling everything out of the playbook late in the football game.
So he'll just swing it out to Rodrigo Pons. It was a backward pass that's lateral, and Pons very calmly hooks up with Minguez.
22-yard gain. Throws into the end zone and had Fernandez open again and couldn't get it to him. Let's watch it again, Jeff. Throws into the end zone and wide open and can't get in the football. .317 left to go in the football game. 2nd and 10 for Brazil. Throws into the end zone and overthrows him at the 1-yard line. Clock stopped with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left to go. Brazil on 3rd and goal at the Australian 10-yard line. Looking for some way to get into the end zone here. And then you can expect an onside kick, but they got to get into the end zone first. And then go for 2. Victor Ramos in the end zone and caught for a touchdown. Brazil finally gets into the end zone with 3:06 left to go in the game. Excellent pass, good catch. And Brazil right now will go for 2 and try to make it closer.
We talk about Larry, the tight end. They missed him wide open in the 3rd quarter. He would have had a touchdown. This one, a higher level of difficulty, but the big man able to make the catch.
Well, now a very important drive for 2 points. It is 16-6 Australia. 3:06 left in the football game. And Brazil going for 2. Fonseca, who is the starting quarterback today, back fakes a run, throws it over the 2. So they come up with great execution. They bring their starting quarterback back in Hudson Fonseca, and now we will have an offside kick to try and make it a little bit more interesting.
He fakes.
Here is the 2-point conversion.
As if he's going to run, and then hooks up with Reino Takahashi. His first catch of the day is the most important catch of the day. It is now a 1-score game, Joe. 3:06, Brazil has 2 timeouts.
Well, what they have to do now is execute on the onside kick.
Now you wonder, Brazil hasn't been at this football thing as long as some of these teams. How much have they practiced the onside kick?
Yeah, 3:06 left to go in the football game.
10-play, 81-yard drive, 3:25 off the clock. And don't forget, last time Australia had the ball, they were passing.
That's right.
Incomplete passes. That's why we have 3:06 left.
Exactly right. Well, let's watch what could be one of the biggest plays of the game. 3:06 left to go. Brazil going to try the onside kick, get it right back. Here it comes. It's a bounce and is going to be downed right there. That looked like Matthew Ryle was the guy that recovered the football, number 82, one of Australia's wide receivers.
Well, that's the nature of the onside kick. That oblong football, you never know which way it's going to bounce, but that time, a nice, true, clean bounce right to Ryle.
Well, let's see what Australia decides to do. I'd be shocked if they threw the football here. They got a chance really with first down or 2 to put this game away and even let Brazil have back. They got Nate Lansdale, big running back, in there at 267 pounds. There's the Moda, the MVP on defense for Brazil. Here comes Lansdale, and that's who you want to give it to right there. The big running back, 267 pounds, over the right side for a couple. Keeps clock moving, 2:51. Brazil with 2 timeouts will have to decide when they use those.
Again, it was Moda with the tackle. Hit Lansdale down around his knees.
Jared Stedman, the Australian quarterback, using as much time as he can right here. 2nd and 9. Stedman to Lansdale. Left side to the 45, and that's all he'll get as he squirms ahead, but they're going to spot right at the 45.
You probably think they'd use a timeout here.
And they do.
Charge timeout, Brazil.
Well, the clock is down to 2 minutes and 11 seconds.
Now, how about this call? 3rd and 7 for Australia. It is a passing down normally.
That's Brazil's second.
Normally it would be, but I would be surprised if they throw the football. I think they're going to run it, make Brazil use their final timeout. and then try and squib a kick down inside the 20-yard line, make it real tough for Brazil to come back and tie the football game.
The most important thing to Australia is not the first down. It is the 2 minutes and 11 seconds they need to get rid of.
Exactly.
If you run the ball here, Brazil will have to use their final timeout. And they will get the ball back, but they won't have any timeouts, which means it really essentially takes the middle of the field away. They have to work the sidelines and try to stop the clock with short passes.
267 pounds of running back for Australia. That's Nate Lansdale. 42 yards on the ground on 9 carries, 1 touchdown. Australia first down puts this game away. Brazil down to only 1 timeout, 2:11 left in the game. 3rd and 7 for the Aussies at the Brazilian 45-yard line. Going to have off the Lansdale. Gain of 1 on the play, and that is it.
So 7 seconds on the clock. Brazil will burn their last timeout.
Brazil. That's their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Let's watch the last play. 97, Bruno da Silva is the guy that's going to make the big hit. There you see him. So a gain of 1 on the play, Jeff. That takes it down to 44-yard line. And now we got to watch the return. Australia will punt it away. Looks like Santucci may be standing at about the 9-yard line.
That's Gouveia. He's standing at the 10. If the ball goes over his head, he should let it go.
Exactly.
The theory being that we'll roll to the end zone and they'll get it at the 20-yard line.
Australia needs a good snap. Brazil can bring the heat. Here they come. They get away. End over end kick. Going to take an Australia bounce. Can they get it? No. It goes into the end zone. They tried down that thing inside the 5. They couldn't get to it. And Brazil right now will have the football with 1 minute and 55 seconds left in the game, needing a touchdown and 2 extra points to tie it.
Did you see who punted that ball?
That was the big guy. That was Carlisle Jones.
Carlisle Jones.
Yeah. Eddie
don't normally see defensive
kicking.
Ends
doing
punting. But that time he punted it and actually tried to make backspin on the ball. It just didn't bite for him.
16-8 Australia. 1:55 left to go in the football game. For a loser, their tournament action is over. For the winner, they will move on to Saturday's 5th place game against South Korea. That will be the noon game on Saturday.
It's easily the closest game of this entire tournament. It's a 1-score game.
You're right. Looks like Ramos with the football up to the 25-yard line.
Again, they run the screen, but he did not get out of bounds. With a 5-yard gain, it's going to cost them a lot of time.
Clock down to 1:32, 1:31, exactly a minute and a half left to go. 7-5 at the 25. Throws, and that is going to be short into the turf at the 36-yard line, incomplete.
Incomplete pass will stop the clock. Out of bounds will stop the clock. A first down will stop the clock temporarily.
That's right. Down to 1:22 left to go. Australia leading 16-8. Brazil scoring here in the 4th quarter. Australia getting both of their score all the way back at the 1st quarter. Have chips up the top side. Looking, throws it out there. They're going to have a first down and out of bounds to stop the clock.
The time it's Azevedo. Got all he could. Out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:17.
So that only leaves a few seconds. We're down to 1:17 left to go. At some point in time, you're going to have to throw the ball downfield. Sideline is good to stop the clock. You're going to need at least 1 or 2 plays to try and tie this football game up.
Touchdown stop the clock.
It sure does. 1st and 10. Brazil at their own 32-yard line. Dantas looking, throwing over the middle and throws it low. I don't think caught it. Now they're going to say it's a complete pass and a first down.
It looked as though he got his arms under the ball.
Now they're going to say it's short of the first down.
Well,
we're going to take another look at that. Let's watch the pass. Let's see if the ball hits the turf. Dantas is going to throw it low. Fernandez, number 17, went down, and we're going to look at it one more time.
Running on the field is incomplete pass. Third down.
Well, you can see the point of the ball hit, ball rotated.
I think they'd like to see it one more time.
Play is under review.
I think one more look and we'll have a decision as the play is under review. There, we're going to look at it again.
Boy, that's so close.
It is close. Very,
Here's the
very
ground
close.
level view. Got his hands under the ball. It looked like the point of the ball, the front point of the ball, Joe, you could see it hit the ground and the ball rotates into his hand.
After replay,
and the ruling is
confirmed.
You see how the ball rotates? That's incomplete pass. Ball hit the ground before he got his arms underneath. Good call.
Yeah, the officials with the right call down on the field as that ball just did hit the turf. Incomplete pass, stops clock.
So now they need to adjust the down and distance, I believe. The discussion right now is getting the down and distance because it was originally, the clock was stopped originally and the chains moved.
Yeah, second down on the incomplete pass on first down.
Firm second down.
So it'll be second down, still 10 to go. Clock stop with 1:12 left to go in the football game. Denny Kincaid, our stats man, right on top of that one. Gonna throw. From downfield and picked off. Damian Donaldson, I think, is the guy that has the football on the right side. And Donaldson is going to go out of bounds and ice this football game, I think, for Australia.
There is a penalty marker at the 40-yard line.
They threw it down the left side. And Damian Donaldson cut in front, picked it off, and went the other way. Flag on the play.
After the interception, illegal block in the back. 9-2 on the intercepting team. That's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Australia.
42-yard return on the interception by Donaldson. And really, all Australia has to do is run a couple plays and get out of here.
This is a big play at a big time for Australia. It's our huddle highlight of the game. Trying to force that ball, and he did have a man open briefly, trying to hook up with number 17 there, but a great interception by Donaldson, and they're seconds away from putting this thing away.
Donaldson last game was Australia MVP. Steg simply takes it, takes a knee, clock keeps running, and it looks like Australia is going to advance to Saturday's fifth place game against South Korea.
They play South Korea in their first game, Joe.
Yeah, they beat it 47-6. Yeah. So Australia with a chance to come to Canton, Ohio, and possibly leave here with 3 wins. One more snap should do it. As Stegman takes it, clock keeps running. Brazil cannot stop it, and Australia is going to win this game 16-8. And as you said a few times, Jeff, close game of the tournament.
Easily, and go back to that first possession by Australia. A broken play. They break deep on a pass play for a touchdown, and that's the difference in the game, is one bad defensive play by Brazil.
Final score today from Tom from Canton, Ohio. Australia 16, Brazil 8. For Jeff Shreve, this is Joe Dunn. Thanks for watching, everyone.